Hello and welcome back to another Router Gods video. My name's Humphrey and we're going to continue on our job and career advice series and talk about something that not a lot of people do, and it's one of my tips that I tell people to always do, especially when you do not get the job, you do not pass the job interview. So we're going to talk about, okay, you've failed your job interview, or maybe you actually did pretty good in the job interview, but you actually didn't get the job, you got turned down. How can you turn that around? How can you actually turn failure into success, or turn that defeat into a job? All right, so before we get into that, let's break down a couple things. So you go to the interview, you 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it is, you answer all the questions. What exactly happens behind the scenes in the 5 to 10 minutes after you walk out the door, you go back to your car and you go back home? What are we doing? What is the HR person doing? What are the managers doing behind the scenes? What are they talking about? And we'll also talk about what are the reasons you may not get the job. It's not exactly simple. In some cases, they may absolutely like you. They may think that you can definitely do the job, but they have to give it to someone else. Unfortunately, there are cases where you are being interviewed just to check a box, and there's absolutely nothing you can do that can get that job. So we'll talk about that. And then we will end with the magic question you should always ask if you do not get the job. You go to the interview, they don't pick you. What happened behind the scenes? So you walk out the door, very likely if it's a panel interview, they're going to talk amongst each other. They're going to say, I like this guy, I like his character, his technical knowledge is maybe a little shaky. They're going to talk about your experience and how you answered questions. They're going to have a little powwow afterwards. And some companies, especially the larger companies, they have a checklist, or they have a matrix that they go through, score from 1 to 5 based on ability, knowledge, experience, and then you add up all the points and you have to get a minimum score. Other companies, they'll say, what did you like best about this candidate? What did you not like? Is he a pass? Is he a good pass? Is he a barely pass? Is he a absolutely yes pass, 1 to 5? Or is he a barely fail, super fail, like never invite this guy back again, guy or gal, back again. So there is talk behind the scenes. And this is where follow-up. I always recommend follow-up within the hour. Send a little email when you're in the parking lot. Thanks for your time, because if you're kind of on the edge and you send the follow-up, I have seen it where you just hit them right before they had to send the evaluation through the email or whatever system that they're using. You sent the follow-up and that kind of triggered the person to go, let's give this person a shot. He followed up, and that's looking pretty good. Now, what are the reasons why you did not get the job? Now, sometimes they advertise positions because they have to advertise. In Singapore, it's a dirty little secret that if you want to hire an expat for a position, you have to advertise within some internal websites and Singapore websites and national websites the position, and you have to interview people. And so they may have their eyes on a certain person, like this person we want this person for this role. But you have to go through 2 or 3 interviews or whatever it is, 2 or 3 other candidates before you can check that compliance box and say that you have tried all possible avenues. Another reason is they could like everything about you, but maybe you're lacking in one thing. So whether it's you just maybe 1 more year of experience, maybe you haven't worked in a particular position, maybe you don't have a little bit of managerial position experience, or it could be your project listing is pretty good, but they just wanted to see one big project involving some money or 5 people or something like that. So that would be a situation where they like you, they think you can do the job, but you're kind of on the edge, you're not there yet. Another situation is you're technically capable, they think you can do the job, but maybe your personality did not gel with someone. One person on the panel did not like you. And that's actually happened to me once, where everyone on the panel liked me, and one person did not pass me for whatever reason, right? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day I'll find that out. But that does happen as well. Right? So there's many reasons. Now, of course, the other reason that they did not pass you or they did not give you the job is you just completely failed. They didn't like your personality, you had no skills, your experience wasn't up to par. Okay, so the magic question. This has happened, you're not hired, you've gotten the dreaded email. What can you do? How can you turn this around? Super easy. Do not get attached to the job title, to the position, or the team. Right? The team, the position, that can all change. Ask them in an email or call them up, whatever's best in this situation, and ask them, are there any other positions that you think I may be a good fit for? That question is not asked too many times. In fact, it's very rare that people ask that. I'm actually surprised when people ask me that. So when people ask me that, here's what happens. If I like the person, and this was a situation where I could not hire them because we had our eye on someone else, it was preordained. In that situation, I will do my damnedest to get this person on another interview with another team, and maybe it's the same position but a different team that has an opening, and I will put in a good word. Hey, this guy Humphrey interviewed very well. I think he's a good fit. We just didn't have the spot open for him. And what that's going to do for this other team that interviews him or her is they're going to be placed hopefully at the top of the pile, or they're going to be interviewed first, and it's going to be brownie points for that person. Another situation is, let's say this person is lacking in a particular experience spot. So for a SE or sales engineer position, maybe they don't have we wanted an extra year or two of network engineering experience. So in our terms, we would say they're a little bit too green. They don't have the technical chops or aptitude to make it as an SE. But if you ask me the question, are there any other positions that you think I may be suitable for that would work for me? Maybe technical support, maybe network consulting engineer, which is technical support at Megacorp, or maybe it's some type of sales admin job. Or I have seen this, they come in, they interview for an SE, and technically we don't think they're right, but their personality is great, their resume otherwise looks great. We could refer them to an account manager role or a PSS role, or more of a sales but not as technical situation. So always ask, are there any other positions? And once you're within the company, you can move around. Do the position for a year, excel, do a great job, and then apply for the SE position or whatever position you like. This advice is not just for sales engineer, it's for any networking job. So you interview for a company and you want that network engineering spot, and they say, we can't hire you for network engineering, but we'll take you as a technical support guy and work it for a year and then apply as a network engineer again. We'd love to interview you again. So that's my tip for you guys. Always ask, if you don't make it, what other jobs do you think I'm a great fit for? And you will find that this question, if they like you, this question will cause those folks who've interviewed you to help you out, to actually search for jobs. And maybe not at that company, maybe they know some other company that's hiring, and I've seen that as well. Once again, if this is useful to you, thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.